What up, everybody? It's Rob the Metal Guy, and I'm back at you with another video here on the channel. It's been a while. I apologize. I make no bones about it. I really don't do this as regularly as I should. That is something that I've tried to avoid, as being this person that makes a video and then disappears for a while. The last video I really enjoyed making there was the Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath, talking about that album and the anniversary for it, which was really cool. So I kind of felt like, man, I should have done a follow-up. I apologize for the delay in making this video. There's a lot going on, topics too sometimes. I don't want to just make videos to make videos and complain about random stuff. Or I'm one of those people, like, I try to make a video interesting. I think about it. I mean, as you can see, I'm not in the most professional of settings. I just do this for fun, talking about the music I enjoy, movies, other certain interests. So it's one of those things when I have the time and I'm able to do it, I'll do it. I decide today it's a perfect day, and why not? And also, I did get a couple new releases that came in actually, so I thought I'd give an update to my collection and talk about an album that I really enjoy. And also, I'm going to maybe have a controversial opinion. It's one of those things that, hey, in the world of rock and metal music, I feel like quite a few fans, just by saying how you feel about something, you can piss a lot of people off, which is hilarious. Is here it is, it's supposed to be like the extreme metal community, or the heavy metal community is supposed to have this kind of attitude. Yeah, there's some of the most whiny, pussified people you can meet. I'm just gonna throw this out. There are a lot of people, you make a certain comment, they get all pissy. It's hilarious. So let me begin, though, with the album. I actually recently bought this at Rasputin's. This is Kreator's second full-length album, Pleasure to Kill. Really enjoyed this release. Show it here. Pleasure to Kill, one of the awesome releases from Kreator. Just downright brutal thrash metal, German band, very influential. I feel like a lot of bands have taken from Kreator. A lot of people describe Kreator as kind of like the German version of Slayer, but I feel Kreator, honestly, they have some really amazing releases and a very unique sound. Tremendous players. I have to give a shout out to I always mispronounce his name, Petroza, or Mile Petroza. I'm horrible with pronunciations. I make no bones about it. I've said that. Even I was in radio, had a college radio station. I still butcher people's names. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. And some people think it's a gimmick, and it's like, no, I do sometimes. I apologize if I mispronounce a person's name. Not everybody can be named John Smith, right? Anyway, this album though, I really liked for many years. Saw it was available on vinyl in a special edition. So this is cool. You get the artwork, members of the band right there. And this is on Noise Records. And what I've always liked about Noise Records, because I have a few releases from this label, right? Because Kreator, and also bands like Celtic Frost, and then Halloween, I actually have, it's not like probably a first pressing, it might be from the time. It's Halloween Walls of Jericho. And it's cool is that's, from the 80s, and they're talking, right? They have like the releases on the label, and they actually have like Kreator. I think Pleasure to Kill is on there, as well as Endless Pain. They're talking about the debut album. Terrible Certainty, the third album from Kreator, I also really enjoy. I'm hoping to get that on vinyl as well when I can find a copy at a reasonable price. But this one, they had a special vinyl variant, as you can see, the splatter. So if you're a fan of Kreator and you don't have this and you're able to secure a copy, I went to Rasputin's in Campbell. That's where I purchased mine. So they might have them at, a local record CD store. I like going to the Rasputin's in Campbell because, honestly, the Rasputin's is technically closer to where I live. Just no offense, the one was Pleasant Hill sucks. So that's why I like going there. And this album artwork is iconic. It's awesome. Just, to me, one of the best looking, with the demon fighting off all the skeletons. It almost reminds you of like something from like Army of Darkness, Conan the Barbarian. But Kreator, they just have some of the best riffs. I'm telling you. And when I say this is my controversial opinion. I believe an album like Pleasure to Kill, and even the first 4 Kreator albums, totally smokes and totally destroys anything Metallica ever did. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate. All these people like, oh, you're just being, you know, one of those people that doesn't like Metallica because you think you're cool by saying that, or you're da-da-da. No, honestly, when it comes to just personal, when it comes to thrash metal, how about that? Heavy, extreme thrash metal, I'm sorry, Kreator Pleasure to Kill is better than Kill 'Em All. And I'm sure Kreator might have been influenced by Metallica maybe, but then again, I think Kreator just does a better job with their songs, their delivery, just how everything sounds. Pleasure to Kill, I'm sorry, is better than Master of Puppets in my opinion. It's better than Ride the Lightning. That's why, I mean, I know a lot of people, you know, the diehard Metallica loving people are probably going to hate this, and I'm expecting those dislikes to go up if you're one of those people that loves Metallica. And again, I don't completely hate Metallica. I'm just coming from just a truthful standpoint. The riffs on this, the leads, everything about Kreator, I just think is streets better than Metallica. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. I've always felt you're kind of, especially when you listen to this album, like I said, it totally destroys anything Metallica's ever done. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Metallica sold more records. Yeah, McDonald's has sold more hamburgers. Does that mean McDonald's is good when it comes to hamburgers? No, they just know how to sell them, right? It's about marketability. And I'll give credit. And I will say I do like, again, Ride the Lightning. That's a good album. I do like Injustice for All even. Besides the fact the bass you can't barely hear on the original recording. But there's some songs on that album, Harvester of Sorrow. I got some great sounding riffs. Very simple, basic, heavy sounding riffs. But really what Metallica was and is, I've always said, is they're just a band that was at the right place at the right time. They were marketed extremely well. And I'm seeing that currently, even in the world of extreme music. I've seen bands who I honestly believe, it's like, why is this band getting all the attention when I can name you so many bands that I think are better sounding, better musicians, stay more true to the actual style, right? The way they're presenting it. And I mean, no offense, a lot of people are tripping balls over the new Blood Incantation album. And I'm going to say, I can name you 3 bands on Sentient Ruin that I think are better than Blood Incantation, but they're not getting the respect and the recognition that they deserve. But it's all about marketability, and it's all about, you know, presentation. And hey, I'll give the guys in Blood Incantation, they're talented musicians, and the way they're marketing their new album, a lot of people are checking it out. Good for them. I've listened to it. It's just okay. Whereas I feel like more people should be checking out bands on Sentient Ruin like Nikas, doom death metal band from Italy. They're amazing. They got a new album coming out this year. I've heard of some of the tracks. Great death doom, very cavernous, haunting. But, you know, it's one of those things, you know, I hope people really pay attention to them. And Abstractor, I've always felt Abstractor is one of the most underrated extreme metal bands. They're on Sentient Ruin. Love their releases. I've talked about them before in videos, and I got to see them live. And to me, it was one of the loudest, most profound shows I've been to. Just, they are unbelievable when it comes to their sound and how they put it all together. So, and that's where I feel like with Kreator, like, again, if you were to, in my opinion, put Kreator, Pleasure to Kill next to Metallica, I guess we'll throw Master of Puppets. Well, no, we'll use second albums, because sophomore release from Kreator here, we'll do Ride the Lightning. From top to bottom, man, I'm telling you, Kreator just destroys it. Blows it out of the damn water. But Ride the Lightning, you have songs like For Whom the Bell Tolls. I mean, there's songs on that release that, okay, yeah, people are going to go, oh, wow, but see, a mainstream person can like that stuff. Okay, sure, Metallica is more marketable. And yes, you had a very talented bass player in Cliff Burton playing there. But honestly, when it comes to the riffs and just the songs, just overall quality, this album, sorry, Pleasure to Kill. It was really cool. I got a poster for it too, which when you buy this, the poster comes with the release. So highly recommend it. Pleasure to Kill. If you have not heard of Kreator or this album, check it out. Really good release. All right, and then a release that just came in. I had ordered this. This is probably going to be, well, you never know. But right as of now, my favorite hardcore punk release from a band called Yellowcake. They're an Arizona hardcore band. This album is called A Fragmented Truth. And it's really cool. This is off the album Total Peace is the label. The band's from Arizona, and the label, I believe, is also from Arizona. Clear vinyl. I think there's another colored variant. Actually, I think they're working with another label as well. It was co-released. And I like this because I love Yellowcake's first album, Can You See the Future? And then you get the lyrics. Got to give a shout out to the Total Peace for doing this. Good job. And I'm glad that, because I really wanted to own that first EP demo on vinyl or CD, physical format, and unfortunately never had the chance. I think they had done cassettes for it. Might have done maybe selected, 7-inch vinyl, not sure. But very happy that this one they put out so I could buy it. Been listening to the album a lot. Reviewed it for the blog, and I'll give a link below in the description. If you want to check out my blog, is this right now, as I was saying, probably my favorite hardcore punk release. And I have to give a huge respect to the Arizona punk community. Like the Phoenix punks, they really have their act down. I'm telling you, Bay Area punk, no offense, just has not impressed me, where bands like Yellowcake, they really know how to deliver. Like the crust, hardcore, just real good old school sounding like punk, from the 80s even and the early 90s, that anarchistic punk. This band, I just love their style and sound. And if you want, there's also a couple other bands from the Phoenix area. I'm trying to remember their names at the top. I know Yellowcake's played with them, and they were on Total Peace, had a show I recently saw on Instagram. And unfortunately, they slipped my mind, but they were good as well. I'm really impressed. Where, like I said, Bay Area punk bands is kind of like, they're okay. There's some I've come across that aren't bad, but I'm going to give an honest opinion. And maybe people know this band, but there's this band called False Flag. Oh my God, they are abysmal. Oh my goodness. You want to talk about, and first I'll call it False Flag. And I'm thinking to myself, False Flag. When I think of it, I think of like the tennis or the Pittsburgh Steelers and the terrible towels. And I'll never forget my friend Chris, says, what those fans, what they should do with the terrible towels, they should take those towels and wipe their ass. And honestly, that's what I think False Flag should do. They should take that flag and, because they're so crappy, horrible band. And I think they were the band that played on the BART train. There was some video where all these punk bands wanted to play a show on the BART train, which first off, BART already has a horrible reputation. People make fun of BART all the time. The last thing we needed was a BART train to derail because too many people were jammed in one of those crappy old cars. And sure enough, it would have been caused by a band called False Flag. Now, I'm not going to accuse them. It could have been another one. I thought it was False Flag and some other dumb band that tried to play on the BART train. And of course, it got shut down. Because honestly, that was stupid. Oh, we're punk. We're going to play on the BART train. No one, get the hell out of here. Play on the BART train. For goodness sakes. You morons. I'm surprised they didn't get mugged. Well, then again, they would have no money. So what good would that have done the person that was mugging, But BART, I don't know. People are trying to think that was so cool. A punk band tried playing on the BART train. I watched a video of them. They were horrible. Oh my goodness. It was embarrassing. And then they recently played with a band that I like. I saw them playing with Laceration and Ghoul at the Phoenix Theater as of recent. I thought, wow. How the world turns. Crappy bands getting opportunities to play. God, hell. False Flag, they shouldn't be playing a frickin' Denny's. Denny's is too good for them. They should be playing in the bathroom at the BART. How about that? Play at the bathroom stalls at the BART. See how far that gets you. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm sure somebody's going to cry and whine and say they're good. They're a band. No, they're not. Yellowcake kicks them so hard in the you-know-what, it's not even funny. So check out Yellowcake. Good band. Don't check out that False Flag. It's not worth your damn time. Oh my God. It's not even a joke. All right, here's the part of the video I know some of you people are gonna somewhat check out, especially the hardcore metal people, because you're gonna freak out and go, oh my God, you're a poser. Oh, Shut up. I could care less. I like what I like and I talk about it. And if you like synthwave, darkwave, new wave music, stick around because here is the new album from Glass Spells on vinyl. I am so glad the Sound Crystals is available on vinyl. Just like with all the other releases that I have, it's great to own a physical format if you can. Buy the music. I also, of course, bought, when the album came out on Bandcamp, I bought that. Band had held off doing the vinyl release. Finally did it. And I gotta say, looking great. Look at that photo of them. They look like rock stars. They look like people that deserve a lot of attention, commercials, not Taylor Swift. I mean, these are people, I don't know why no one has reached out to Anthony and Tanya. They are amazing people. Really nice. 2 times I've seen them. Great shows. The first time the opening band was really good, Blacklight. So at the Ritz in San Jose, I saw Glass Spells and them. And the whole show from top to bottom was good. Santa Cruz, Glass Spells was good. I'm not even going to remember the opening bands, no offense. But this new release, their second full-length release, is really good. And again, sticking with the theme, I got the Yellowcake album on clear vinyl. Got this on clear vinyl. So there you go. And as you can see, this is one of those vinyl releases that's difficult to put back. But they look really cool. Look at that. You got the lyrics, the art, credits. This is how it's supposed to be, people. This is what, collecting music's all about. The physical format, give a shout out to the label, doing a good job, and made in the Czech Republic. Got the sticker to prove it. So there you go. A lot of albums are made in the Czech Republic. If you have not noticed that, they must have a vinyl pressing factory out there, but there's a lot of them. It says it. And that's why the quality is good, because if it was made in China, it would be cheap. Probably have lead or something in it too. They'd mix lead and get you sick. Anyway, better watch out. The Chinese government might see this video and come after me. But it's okay. You know what? Hopefully they got bigger fish to fry. They got more important things to handle and take care of. But anyway, I'm not gonna try to start a fight with the Chinese government. I know Mason and I, my nephew, in one of my last long video I did with him, we were kind of making fun of TikTok and the Chinese are spying on us, and people were entertained by our commentary. But I also say, gotta be careful. The spies are all around. You never know. That person next to you, they could be a spy. But anyway, this wraps up the video. I'm actually gonna also throw this out. New Terrifier 3. Reason I did not see it was because when I saw Terrifier 2, I had an interesting experience. I think Art the Clown is an amazing character. David Howard Thornton has done a great job. If you have not seen the Terrifier series, watch Terrifier 1. If you're into horror films, kind of the 80s slasher, creepy clowns, you'll enjoy it. Second film gets a little, they're trying to do too much. Maybe we're going to have a more developed story, try to give the characters more detail. The issue is when I saw it in the theater, I had a bad experience because I had a family that, first off, the kids shouldn't have been there because the kids were freaking out during the whole film, hiding under a blanket, and it's like, great. Then I had some father and mom that brought their teenage daughter and her friend, and the teenage daughter and her friend were actually well behaved. And they were probably 14-year-old girls. They're actually watching the film well behaved. Sure enough, the dad was on his phone the whole time. He was shoving, popcorn in his mouth, and he was complaining about the film, how dumb it was. So here it is. I'm looking over dude, seriously? I'm trying to watch this film. Can you shut up? And he's just shoving popcorn in his freaking mouth, guzzling it down. And then he's on his phone. His wife actually saw my face, I think, one time when I turned because he was on his phone. She's like, honey, put your phone away. It's like, dude, your 14-year-old daughter is more well-behaved than you. So that's why with Terrifier 3, I'm probably not going to go to the theater. I'm sorry. After that last experience, I'm afraid I'm going to go see Terrifier 3 and the same thing's going to happen. I'm going to have a bunch of morons around me pissing me off while I'm trying to watch a film. So I'm just going to wait till it comes out. I can watch it on streaming or something, one of the many services. Because that's what I do with Terrifier 2. Didn't really like it when I saw it in theaters. Saw it at home. No one to piss me off watching it. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It was okay. It was not a great horror film, but it's definitely not one of the worst horror films I've seen in the last few years. How about that? From modern horror directors. I think Damien Leone, he does a good job with the style of horror slasher. I'm sure some people would say this is just too much gore and this is ridiculous, which I can understand. I feel like the first one was perfect, right? I thought Terrifier 1, the extreme scenes and how the film moved, right? Its pacing was good. Second film, yeah, there were some scenes like you probably could have cut this death torture scene in half. Just my opinion, and I think it would have still stood out to people. It would have been like, whoa, this is a crazy scene. That could have happened. So if you have not seen Terrifier 3 and you are not afraid to go to the theater and have to deal with some yahoos, morons, and parents bringing their kids when they should not be bringing their kids to a horror film. There's people supposedly throwing up about, these films. Like Terrifier 3 is scaring people. They're passing out. So why would you bring like 10-year-old children, morons? I swear, some people should not be allowed to have kids. I know that's a harsh thing to say. That's just how I feel, especially after seeing Terrifier 2. I feel like I was justified when I said that. I said, some people, I just think should not be allowed to procreate. No offense. It's just how I feel. But yes, I wanted to bring that up. Terrifier 3. If you're a fan of horror movies, from time to time I chime in about stuff. I review films. I should do some more horror film reviews. I think people might enjoy that. So something I'm going to try to work on. But anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of the releases I have, please let me know. If you want to throw a comment, good, bad, I don't care. You're all welcome. It's a free country, darn it, for now. Anyway, everybody, take it easy. Rob Melguy signing off. Later.